know this is ESC Scott and we're interviewing Gojo today, so why don't you give us a bit about yourself and your story, Gojo?
Of course. Hello, everyone. My name's Gojo, and I am representing Australia at Eurovision with my song Milkshake Man. And I'm going to be talking all things Eurovision, Milkshake Man, and Gojo.
So how has life been since the Eurovision announcement?
It's been wild. The response around the world has just been so cool to see. It's like, yeah, it's been very volcanic in the most beautiful way, and seeing everyone's messages, all the reaction videos, it's just so cool. And meeting everyone, the Eurovision community is literally the best thing in the world.
I don't know if you saw it, but I think you shared it to your story. There was a video of me and McDonald's with milkshake all over myself.
No, that was you?
Yeah. But it wasn't actually the Gojo song. That video was from like 2 years ago, and I was drunk in McDonald's and I was singing Tina Turner.
And I can tell you want a taste of the milkshake man. I can tell you want a taste of the milkshake man. I can tell you want a taste of the milkshake man.
I feel like you have to play that video on this interview because like people need context. that video circulated. Like I sent it to like all my writers. Like I sent it to my brother, my girlfriend. I sent it to my best friend. It is the best video ever.
I was like, oh my God, I've actually got a video doing like something with milkshake. I need to use this. I was like,
but your mouth moving to the song lyrics.
I know, that's what made it even funnier, because I was like, even the dancing like fitted with the song. It was like, oh, I need to get that out.
That is so. I can't believe I'm literally on an interview with the person who is behind that video. That is insane.
Anyway, moving on to the next question. What was your initial reaction when you found out you'd be representing Australia?
So I was on I was in a boardroom with a bunch of the SBS crew, and they were the ones that told me that I was going to be representing Australia. And I remember as soon as they told me, all I wanted to do was call mum and dad. And they were trying to tell me, like, what's kind of going to happen from here, the next stages of everything. And it was impossible to listen because I just wanted to call mum and dad. But thankfully as well, they filmed me calling mum, which her reaction was hilarious as well.
Did you already have the song made before you got told then? Or was it a kind of a process of making it after you was told?
So I actually made the song after I was selected. I wrote the song with Shepard and Jay Bavino, and I ended up going on a 2-day writing camp with those guys. A lot of people know Shepard in the Eurovision community, and we ended up writing 10 songs for the competition, and then Milkshake Man was the favorite, and that's kind of how it happened.
Who was the first person that you told as well?
It was my mum. Yeah, they made me call her straight away. So it was filmed as well. I posted it on my social media. It is the best taste of Australia, that conversation I had with my mum.
I think I remember seeing that video somewhere because she was swearing a lot and they had to keep bleeping it out.
Yeah, that's so Australian.
Now, moving on to the lyrics. Now, the Milkshake Man, the lyrics are definitely very interesting. That's why I actually love it. There's a lot of innuendos in the song, but what is the song actually about itself?
Yeah, of course. That's a great question. So the song actually has a very deep meaning, and the whole purpose around the Milkshake Man is I've always wanted to write a song about self-expression and how important it is as a human being to really indulge in that. So I really wanted to create an environment around it, and milkshakes and ice cream trucks and, ice cream parlors, they all give you that feeling of like fun and happiness and joy, right? And like warmth. So that was really where I wanted to lean the metaphor into, and I wanted to just create that environment of fun and like feeling like the most loudest and proudest version of yourself. Because the song, it's a concept that I've wanted to write about for a very long time. And as soon as I knew that I was doing Eurovision, I was like, this is the perfect avenue for that. Because to me, it's a very important subject and topic. And I'm just so glad that now I get to perform it in front of millions and millions of people.
What artist inspired you to write the song, and who do you look up to the most?
I feel like when I write a song, inspiration, I think maybe acts more subconsciously rather than in the forefront. Like I know when I write songs, I don't typically like to have a reference song that I'm like, oh, let's make a song like this. I think it takes away the uniqueness of a song. Sometimes it can. I think it's good sometimes, but I try to stay away from that typically.
That's good then. What's the best and most useful piece of advice you could give someone if they was wanting to take part in this amazing event that's happening every year?
Or like someone like an aspiring musician who would like to do it.
Yeah.
Trust the process, and also like trust the process with everything, but within yourself, like. And that leans into, I'm very big on not saying your aspirations or dreams to other people, because a lot of the time, a lot of people can take away the motivation from it. Yeah. So I think you have an idea or you have a dream, you focus on that and you focus on it internally, and you will get there. And instead of telling, show the world what you have.
Now, I'm very intrigued to see what your performance is going to look like in Basel. Without giving too much away, could you tell us a bit about your staging or anything like that? Because I really want to see that ice cream van on stage.
I really want to keep everything secret. I love the anticipation of just surprises, and I want to keep everyone on the edge of their seat with just not knowing what to expect. But I always appreciate the question.
So moving on from that, is Eurovision something you thought doing about before, and have you been a big fan before getting onto Eurovision?
Yes, I've loved Eurovision since I was introduced to it when I was 4 years old. My dad actually introduced me to Eurovision because he's from France, and he grew up in France, so he's very well versed in it. And but that's the crazy thing. I was introduced to it at 4, but I'd never thought that about being a participant. I always just thought I was a spectator, and until it was last year, my guitarist was like, oh, Gojo, you should do Eurovision. He doesn't even remember saying that, which is funny. And it was just one line he said, and that line changed everything. And it looped in my head. And when I got back, because we were on tour in Germany, and then when I got back to Australia, that's when it all happened. And then I was like, damn, I can be a participant. And I never really thought about it. And so being a participant now is the most honorable, coolest thing. You know, it's literally the Olympics of music.
So what part of the Eurovision experience are you most looking forward to leading up to May?
It's just meeting everyone, and everything that's been happening already, seeing all the comments, all the DMs from people, people reaching out to me and telling me how much they love the song, seeing all the shares of the video and the positivity that it's bringing to people's lives. That, as a musician and at my core, is like everything I could ever ask for. And I'm just so grateful that I have an avenue through my art that, can make someone's day or make someone feel brighter and happier. And it ties back to the Milkshake Man, the drink. It's not a shake, it's a state of mind. It's like what I say in the second verse. It's just, it's all this whole, universe that I'm creating and loving, and that I I'm just so happy that it's translating the way it is.
Now, moving on from that, if you could sing one other Eurovision 2025 song as your own, which one would you sing?
Oh, that's a good question. I like Norway. I like Kyle's entry. I think it'd either be that or also "Wasted Love" by JJ. I love that song. I think that's like vocally is so strong as well. Either those two, I would go.
Now, finally, what would it mean to you if people voted for you and your song this year?
I think it's such an honor, and it makes I mean, coming from where I come from and performing on the biggest stage in the world is the most honorable feeling, and knowing that even if you just like the song and are having fun, that's what matters the most to me. And if you like the song enough to vote for it, I'm forever grateful. And Australia's never won Eurovision, and I think it'd be making history is the coolest thing ever. And I'm just very grateful that everyone's listening to the song and enjoying it.
I think you've got a very good chance this year. I'm hoping I can bring some sort of milkshake in with me to the arena, because that'd just
you commented on one of my photos and you said that, and I remember I responded and I was like, of course, everyone can bring their milkshakes.
I'll literally be bringing a case full.
I can't wait.
Thank you so much for joining me anyway, and hope to chat soon in Basel, and good luck.
Thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you in the crowd with the case when I'm on stage performing it. I'm going to think of you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for having me.